Hello, I'm Gary Lyon and this is the 2015 wash-up for the Sydney Swans, and for the second season in succession this proud football club would be disappointed with the way its season ended, Damo.
Yeah, out in straight sets in the finals, Gaz. A lot of unknowns about where they actually stand in the footy world right now. A lot of unknowns about their biggest name too, Buddy Franklin. Mental health issues. It's a serious issue, Gaz, and as we end 2016 coming off 2015, there's just so many question marks around him and this club.
Well, hopefully he's back and he's able to get over the problems and he has the support of the footy world. Let's find out some highlights though, and there were plenty. I thought their big grand final rematch at the MCG, the home where they were so appalling in the grand final, where their players were embarrassed and their senior players failed to stand up. They came back to this venue in round 8. They took on the Hawks, who were flying at this particular stage, and they ground out a 4-point win. I thought that at that point that was the season highlight.
And you've always been big on how you respond, and there was no greater embarrassment for that club after what happened last year's grand final. That was their response. My highlight, Gaz, was the love, the general love for Adam Goodes when he returned to football on this game against Adelaide. There was a minute's clapping in the third quarter to coincide with the 7-minute mark of that quarter. Obviously, that's in relation to his number 37, Gaz. And there were celebrations just from his teammates on that particular weekend and also others around the competition. I really liked it because he needed to be made well aware that there was as much love for him as anger and embarrassing behaviour from others being directed.
It's a real solidarity, wasn't there? And whilst he wasn't playing, he could sit back and look at that and feel the love, and he came back the week after. So nice one from you, Dave, mate. Bounced back very well.
You got a low light for the Swans?
Well, I have, and it was the injury to Luke Parker. Love this fella, love the way he plays, so critically important. What he does bring to Sydney is not only the hard inside stuff, and they missed this in the finals, was his ability to go forward and kick goals.
It's hard to watch, isn't it?
It is. So crack in the tibia. He would have been, I don't think, he may be touch and go if they made the grand final, but he'd be fine, I would imagine, by the pre-season of 2016, but it was a low light. What about you, young man?
My low light, Gaz, was the Adam Goodes situation, the fact you had to step away from football as a result of the constant booing, the embarrassing booing by fans throughout the course of the year, forced him to retire in a low-key way too. No one knew until the game was finished in the finals there, and look, it's also, as we go to air, the reason he's not going to be doing a lap of honour at the MCG on grand final day, which I think is really sad and embarrassing for all of us in the footy world.
Yeah, we could all do that better, that's for sure. Christmas bonus time, Damo, and I tell you, Tom Mitchell's a young man that's had a huge reputation and been at the footy club for a long time, had to bide his time and play in the local competition. But when he got his opportunity, he did what he's been doing since he was 10 years of age, and that is just rack up big numbers.
Did he let himself down in the final, Gaz? The one they lost on the semi-final?
Had a really bad first half, which is why I've held back a little bit of the bonus, but not a lot of it, because he's just a young man still, making his way in the game. But he's assured with the footy, and I was really pleased to see him get that opportunity.
Okay.
Who have you handed out?
I've got it to Isaac Heaney, Gaz. Incredible first year of footy, given the injuries and the setbacks he had throughout it. Twice kicked 4 goals in a game, and as you remind me, when you do that in your first year of footy, it means you can seriously play. You just look at him, don't you? He's already a beautiful size for a teenager, and you just know he's going to play a minimum 12 years at the highest level, maybe 15, and he's going to be anything, this kid.
I tell you what, you're sharp today on this one, Damo. I agree with you on Isaac Heaney as well. They've got an absolute jet there, and don't forget... Oh, no.
Well, what's happened here?
What's going on there, Damien?
This is pre-match, Gaz.
Or post-match?
I think... Is it post-match, is it?
Post.
Well, you can't do that, can you, in the eyes of your teammates?
Once upon a time you couldn't, Damien, but there's nothing wrong with showing a bit of affection now. I'm not sure what your problem is with that.
How would that be received in the locker room?
Well, bad luck. If you love your girlfriend, then show her, Damien. That's what I would suggest.
Who gets the chop, Gaz? 2015 for the Swans.
Well, I think Craig Bird has been a great warrior over the journey. Hasn't played a game since round 5. He's 26 years of age. He plays senior footy at most other clubs, Craig Bird, so probably time for club and player to part.
I think it's Lewis Jetta for me, Gaz. Was given the chop in the game itself in the semi-final loss on the weekend just gone. Off to West Coast by all reports, and a bad year for him.
Yeah, indeed. No doubt about that. Now, what do they need? Because they do need something. They're just probably treading water at the moment. I think pace in the middle of the ground. If Jetta goes, they need some genuine leg speed to break it up a bit. And I'll just add a rider on top of that, a ruckman. Well, I didn't like the way that Pike finished the season. He's got knee injuries, and they need a genuine ruckman.
OK. I'm going to the area that goes down back. Richards and Grundy, they've been great over a number of years, but they've both recently signed contracts to stay, obviously, too. But they need some assistance. They're getting older, and clubs are getting them. And they're not posing as fearful matchups when teams come up against them.
Spot on, Damo, and what we always say is how you bounce back after a poor one. You weren't great with the Crows, but you've been extraordinary on the Swans. You've read them like a book, up, down, stagnate.
I've got them stagnating, Gaz. I can't see them dropping off, but I also don't think they're going to go too much higher than where they finished this year either.
Oh, see, I'm the same. You've just nailed this one. Stagnate around the same mark as well. That is it, Damien. Beautiful work from you. That is the wash-up for the Swannies in 2015.
New Gurney Power Grip. Available at Bunnings Warehouse.